Hey, I'm BJ Bernsey. Welcome to Traverse Town. Thanks for dropping in. This is a Kingdom Hearts podcast where I talk with other Kingdom Hearts fans about anything they want. This episode is brought to you by the Unversed Network. The Unversed Network is a hub of creators and fans of the Kingdom Hearts series, usually both. A shared love of these games is what brought us together, and we want to share that passion with you. Be it videos, podcasts, writing, art, or anything in between, the Unversed Network is excited to bring our brand of Kingdom Hearts content to you in fresh, unique ways. All right. Like I said, I'm BJ Bernsey. I had an idea to do a podcast. I know, how clever, how original. But I like to say that just because everyone else is doing shouldn't stop you from doing the thing if you're passionate about it. And I am very passionate about Kingdom Hearts. And hopefully this podcast speaks to you in some ways. Hopefully we can connect to you. And just like I said, share a love of Kingdom Hearts. So happy to be here. Before we get into it, let me introduce my first guest. That'll be Mr. Mac here. I'll let him take it away on his own little intro.
Yeah, man. You crushed that, by the way. First try. Yeah, so we out here. This is Mac, aka Mac Like Stuff. I am also, as Brother BJ said, man, huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. I love to make video essays. I've been doing that for about a year and a half, making essays on a lot of different things. I've done videos on music, I've done sports, I've done movies, but the thing that I go back to more often than not, and the thing I will probably always go back to, is Kingdom Hearts, man. It's a series, just like he said, that's close to my heart, close to the hearts of all of us guys that are in this Unversed Network together. This is how BJ and I got to know each other, was actually going to the Reconnect fan event earlier in 2025. So it's been really, really cool to start working with everybody here. And I'm stoked to be part of this first edition of this podcast, brother. It's going to be a good time.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah,
I'm very excited. We have another guy in the network, Kevin. He talks about it's a dry time for Kingdom Hearts content.
Yes.
And, well, it's dry from Square Enix. There's plenty of creators putting stuff out there, but not a lot of content coming from the people who do the actual lore writing and game making.
Facts.
So anything we can do to sort of fill that void helps not only the community but us too.
Absolutely.
I just to take a moment to talk about my background with Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I played the first game basically when it came out, PS2, and when I was, a young lad. Let's not give away my age just yet. But just fell in love. I mean, I knew nothing about Final Fantasy. That was not my thing. But Disney, I mean, come on. I was definitely a Disney kid, a bit of a Disney adult now. Shamelessly will admit that. But that sort of the Disney stuff was like, oh, I recognize that. And then you start to get to know these characters, and you start to fall in love with these characters. And it's an incredible series. The writing is so awesome and so fun, and yes, cheesy. But that's part of why we love it.
It's part of it. It's part of the charm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you talk about what we're going to talk about today, sneak peek, the music. I've always been hugely into writing music, and that just helps that connection grow even more, because music speaks to you in a way that nothing else can. So combine that with all those other things that I mentioned, and it's easy to see why I fell in love with that franchise.
100%.
So, but yeah, so we're gonna do a little transition game before we get into the main topic. We are going to ask my guest and potentially other guests in the future. We'll see how it works. If I want to switch things up, but you get 3 things. Well, let me rephrase this. Hang on, Mac. You're going to a desert island. You get to bring 3 things with you to that island.
Yeah.
Those 3 things are from the Kingdom Hearts universe in one way or another. How you interpret that is up to you. But tell me what 3 things you're bringing to the desert island.
Yeah, 100%. So I have actually put some thought into this. I'm bringing 3 things. Let me clarify. Do they have to be things? They can't be people, right?
I didn't. I mean, You can bring a person. That's a thing. Yeah. I was gonna say, dude. I was even gonna say you could bring like a concept or something.
Sure. Yeah. It's Kingdom Hearts. Like, dude,
so have fun with it. Be loose. Yeah, it's whatever you interpret.
Love it. Okay, cool. So, all right, we're gonna get specific. First thing I'm bringing with me, without question, is the homie Remy, the little chef. That's because no matter how long I'm on the island, my man's gonna be cooking up something bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing of the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3 is like you go and you find natural resources that he turns into delectable meals, and I think that's awesome. So I'm going to utilize those skills to their fullest when he and I are hanging out on the island. That is number one. Number two, I'm going to go ahead and bring the Highwind, the ship that Sora, Riku, and Kairi made on Destiny Islands at the start of KH1. I understand it's flimsy and it does not necessarily hold up for long voyages or journeys, but it is a ship. It's better than nothing. Even if I'm not necessarily gonna like escape the desert island or like go, sail to my next destination on it, it'll still be helpful to get around like other parts of the island and just kind of like, have available to me. And then the last item, I was really thinking about for a while, like what exactly I was gonna pick for this, because I just really was not like sure what my I've already got like a chef for food. I've already got like a means of transportation, so I wasn't really sure like what else I could bring with me. So other than like a gummy ship, just like bail, like that's probably like easy mode or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Seaside Shack from Destiny Islands because I think it's comfy. That is my abode. That is my living situation. When I was doing a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1 blindfold with my buddies, that is a place we became intimately familiar with because they were convinced it was somewhere to go to like get into our next boss battle or whatever, and it's not. It never is. For those of you that are ever curious about what the Seaside Shack does for you, it's a save point and not else. So I became very, very close with that spot. So those are my three things. I'm going to grab Remy for food. I'm going to grab the raft for traversal, and I'm going to grab the Seaside Shack for my accommodations.
It's funny because when I said desert island, were you picturing Destiny Island?
Something like that, yeah. Like not as tropical probably, but like like one of the like almost like a little archipelago with like a couple of palm trees and like a bunch of sand and not much else going on. So like similar to Destiny Islands, but not as lavish.
See, your imagination is much better than mine because every time someone says desert island, I picture like the cartoonists version.
Oh, for
where
sure.
It's just a circle.
The
with
like
one
sandbank
tree.
And nothing else. Yeah, right. Totally.
But I should phrase that next time I ask this question. I will phrase you're getting dropped off at Destiny Island.
There you go.
That's we're a Kingdom Hearts podcast after all. So good answers. Good answers. No wrong answers. I've no critiques, honestly. As the host of the podcast, I have the privilege of opting out of the answer, and today I will because I honestly didn't have a chance to think about my three.
Nice. Love
Thanks.
that. Yeah, buddy.
All right. Oh, what's that? Do you hear something?
What?
I think I hear some music.
Oh,
wait, no, I know what it is. It's a segue. That's what I hear.
Wow.
So today's
Effortless.
topic, we're going to talk about, and just for background, I give the guest the choice of choosing what we talk about on each one of these episodes, and Mac has chosen the music of Kingdom Hearts. The music.
Yes.
And this is a fascinating topic. In my opinion, you can't even start talking about Kingdom Hearts without mentioning the music. It's such a crucial part of all of it, whether it's the actual score that Shimomura's put together, or the Hikaru songs, the openings,
Mm-hmm.
and in the case of Kingdom Hearts 3, the two songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't Think Twice, and Skrillex. Hello?
Oh, Face My Fears.
Face My Fears, thank you.
You got it.
Yeah. Edit that out. Or not, I don't know.
You got it. No worries, no worries.
But it's just such an important part, all of it is such an important part of Kingdom Hearts. And like I said earlier, it's so much of Kingdom Hearts and why we love it is emotion based. A lot of it falls apart when you try to introduce logic, right? And
Very true.
Music being such an emotional concept, and it's easy to see why those two things go hand in hand. So I'll let you
get it hand in hand.
I'll let you sort
Hey.
of I'll let you sort of go off on your own. Spiel. Give me what does Kingdom Hearts music mean to you?
No, it's great, man. I appreciate that, brother. So yeah, so I think you nailed it. I mean, you and I talked a little bit at Reconnect about how we're both musicians. You are actively making music, so you're better than me in that regard. But I was a musician for a long time. I still listen to music basically every single moment, every single day, just about. Like I've always got something playing my headphones. And I was a brass player, trombone player for years. I still mess around every so often, but I haven't done like a gig in forever. Um, and so, I think that video game music in general is sort of underappreciated. I think we, as the target audience, the gamers, like really understand the intricacies of how it's made and how it sounds and how it can really elevate the game that you're playing. But I think in general, people don't really pay that much attention to it because it is so nerdy. It's just considered not like a legitimate form of art because it's made for a game. So how could it be taken seriously? But there's so many incredible musicians. I mean, all of the Legends of Zelda music and the Mario music, and even things like I was recently playing through Final Fantasy 16, which I've mentioned before. Embarrassingly, is the first ever mainline Final Fantasy game that I've ever played. Which, as a Kingdom Hearts fan, I know people don't love because you're supposed to play more of those, and I am going to do better. I promise. I'm going to play back for the other ones, but I was playing that game and I played with headphones on, and I was blown away at the score. Like the music in that Final Fantasy game is like spectacular. That's shouts out to Masayoshi Soken for that. But to your point, as it pertains to Kingdom Hearts, like that is I hold the opinion that the music of Kingdom Hearts is one of its most core concepts and one of the biggest reasons that it has such staying power to people. You mentioned that the Kingdom Hearts series is very like emotionally driven and very tied to personalities and how people react to situations, and these people that are put in these situations that are emotionally draining and you know for both the characters themselves and for the people playing the game, and the music is very much a part of that moment and very much written and composed and performed in such a way as to elevate these specific moments in the series. And I think that's something that very few games can lay claim to in the way that Kingdom Hearts has. I think that the term genius is thrown around a lot, especially these days. Yoko Shimomura is a genius, like a genuine
Absolutely,
100%.
absolutely applies. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like 100%. Like what Shimomura has been able to do, like with all of these different games, forever. Like it's all of these different games too. It's not just like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 1 is pretty sick. Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of lags. Kingdom Hearts 3, like no, like she continuously manages to like elevate her process. There's never been a miss. I mean, even in people have said that the most recent games have suffered under the influence of some other composers like Tsuyoshi Sekito and Ishimoto, whose first name I forget. And I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but regardless, I still think that the like quote unquote worst of her stuff still is leaps and bounds better than like the average experience of playing a video game, where it's just kind of like filler and it's just sort of background noise to elevate the moment that you're playing, as opposed to what Shimomura writes, which is this like sweeping, whether it's something more lighthearted or whether it's something that's meant to elevate a very serious dramatic moment, or whether it's battle music or whatever. They tie into the worlds very well. They tie into the moment. Like, I just think she's great. I gotta let you talk for a second because I'll go on a rant forever, but yeah, I think she is a genuine honest god genius.
She is, for sure. And actually, I'm going to sort of let you think about an answer to a question that I'm about to ask while I go off on a tangent. But
Do it.
You mentioned having those musical moments or there's music that plays during moments in the series that just elevate those moments, right, emotionally.
Yep.
So I want to know what if you have like an example of that you think of first, because I do, and I will let you answer. But first, I just want to point out in terms of her brilliance with with Dream Drop Distance. I don't know if if you're aware, but like the whole concept that was pitched for like the theming of the worlds and a lot of aspects of the game is a circus, right? Have you seen this or heard. Okay, so it's all.
I've heard of this a little bit, but you have way more knowledge on it than I do.
A little bit. I just know it was supposed to be like big top theme and all that stuff. So that's where
Sure.
Every big boss fight, like is very colorful and very circusy. You know, you think of the what's it called, the Jocko Monkey.
Yeah, Hako
right?
Monkey. Yeah,
Hako Monkey. Thank you.
Yeah,
and the bird, the bird wizard guy. They're
Spelican.
Yeah. Oh, look at you! Hell yeah!
Yeah, got you, brother.
Right, but and then even down to like without debate, the most effective spell in the game or attack in the game, balloon, right? Balloon,
baby, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it's a very circusy kind of thing, right? So,
definitely.
Listen to the music in that game; it is very circusy. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm not that up on my theory and how to describe the composition of the music, but it's just circusy, and so it's just very cool how she's able to do that. And but yeah, so let me come back. I'll come back to my question. Give me the moment that you think about when it comes to music and how it elevates emotion in the game.
It's such a great question, man. It's so, oh man, you're putting me on the spot here. I mean, the easy one is Kingdom Hearts 2's intro, which a lot of people, I think we've softened it, or we've softened our approach to it now. I think at the time when it first came out and when people were first playing that game, that intro with Roxas, which is like 2-ish hours long, I think people were not about it, right? They were like, I want to play a Sora, let me get smacked people with Keyblade. Like, this intro is not what I want to do. I want to get to the game. I think we've really softened on that in like recent years, but one of the reasons I think we have softened on it so much is because you go and you play as Roxas, and your intro to his side of the game, to his intro of the game, is Lazy Afternoons. When you're in Twilight Town, you're listening to Lazy Afternoons. That's an incredible piece of music because it is so affecting in the way that, like, this is this quiet, chill, like nice and easy spot. Like there's no tension at all in the air. Like it's all just very, very calm and serene and just like homely. Like it just feels like a home. It's like Traverse Town, but like even more like, because Traverse Town, you go into Traverse Town Kingdom Hearts 1 and like it's great. I love Traverse Town. It's super cozy. We all love it. That's, you know, the name of the podcast. Like that's all great. But in Traverse Town, you go through door, you're immediately fighting somebody. With Lazy Afternoons, a lot of that intro is just you run around kind of knocking out those small errands, those games, those, you know, little odd jobs for people, and you're accompanied by Lazy Afternoons, which is just setting that tone of like serenity. And I think that undercuts what ends up being this incredibly tragic moment in the games where, spoilers for those who haven't played like a 20-year-old game, where like it all comes to pass that this is actually not real and this is not a livable situation for Roxas, and he has to all give it up. You know, my summer vacation is over and all that. And so Lazy Afternoons, while you're listening to it, when you first listen to it, it's this cool, like fun little background tune. But once you play through it and you play the game again, you kind of realize that Lazy Afternoon almost sounds like somber. Like it almost has like a sad element to it. It kind of feels like the end of summer, and it feels like the end of Roxas's experience with his friends and with his existence, basically, before he all has to give it up and, you know, the game really kicks off proper. And so I think that to me is such a good example of like why Shimomura is so understanding of the situation, because these songs, these melodies that she writes take on different connotations as you play through the games. And, you know, that's just the first example that comes to my mind.
No, well said.
There's plenty other ones. There's boss themes, but that's like the very first one I think of.
Yes, absolutely. I think, which by the way, I don't think it'll work, but I did try to throw the Lazy Afternoon song on right now. So just post note, if you're able to sort of just bed that in the background.
You got it.
We have this discussion.
100%.
I think that would be perfect.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, no, perfect. Very well said. Lazy Afternoons is beautiful. Such a beautiful. In fact, like when it shows up on my like reading music playlist multiple times because it's just a chill song, man, and it's like a reflection, you know, a moment of introspection, and just like, hey, you know, like all these times we've had, you know, like you said, it's like the end of summer vacation. It truly is. I don't
Introspective
know.
is a great word.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't know
great
how
call.
else to sum it up, but it is the end of summer vacation in a song, is what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's just so beautiful. I will, similarly, my answers to my own question has everything to do with Roxas,
Yeah.
and it's in KH3, and it's in the the very end,
Mm-hmm.
when Roxas gets his body back, right?
Mm.
When he emerges from Sora, and you see the light, and you go to wow, and then there's explosion, there's
Yep.
dust, and then his theme starts to creep in, and then when the smoke clears and you see his face, and God, it's just so good.
It's
It's
fire.
so good. If you can bed that music into this moment,
You got
this
it,
part of
brother.
this right here,
Absolutely.
it's so powerful, and it's like, man, like I can't explain it. It makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
He's hands off my friends, and that's what that trio. I mean, all the trios are really about friendship, but
Mm-hmm.
them more so than any, because it's all about self identity and how your identity has so much to do with your friends and your loved ones. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just so powerful.
It is, man. That's a great call. That's what I mean. It's like she is able to, and it's very clear that she and uh, 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 uh oh my goodness, father of the series, help me out.
What? Oh, Nomura.
Thank you,
Okay,
Nomura. Wow, I'm gonna cut that too. That's
we can cut
embarrassing.
that.
Yeah, it is very clear that she and Nomura are very close, and that he's very clear with what his expectations are for each scene, and she's able to build off of that. Now, I don't know about the production of other video games. I'm not a video game designer, nothing like that. Like, I'm just a guy that consumes media. But like, I don't know that other composers have that kind of access. I
Mhm.
don't know if composers have the same sort of understanding of the moment and of the overarching story that Shimomura does. And I think having that context allows her to really get specific with her composition, and also with like her callbacks. There are some great video essays by Green Requiem on YouTube that I invite anybody that is even remotely like interested in music to listen to. It is fantastic. It's such an unbelievably intricate, great breakdown of all these different games and the music within them, and how these different motifs come back and forth. But one of the things that she's so good at is she's bringing these different motifs back and interpolating them in different ways based on the situation at hand. And that's just that next level compositional understanding that she has that other people don't. And so Roxas's theme being used in that way in a new composition, but still harkening back to his original, musical motif in this new context is just like,
Yeah,
that's why it hits, because you're like, oh my god, I recognize that theme,
yeah,
but it's being used in this way here, and that makes it so much more impactful.
right. And are you talking about KH3?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because there's also, and it's, I don't want to say it's easy to fit music into cutscenes and to tie in the emotion, but
Mm-hmm.
if we can look at KH2, when
Yeah.
you have that fight with Roxas, and you don't know it's Roxas unless you're paying attention, and you hear the song, and you see the
And you're
keyblades,
like,
and yeah,
oh,
right,
yeah.
and then you're like trying to fight, and also you're trying to fight back tears because you're thinking about
Mm-hmm.
Roxas,
Mm-hmm.
and that's so effective, and it's when you're, it's at such an interesting time in the game too, right? Because it's kind of
Yeah.
right before sort of that end build up, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a reminder of Roxas. You've gone the whole game kind of forgetting about him, and it's like, oh my god, like that wasn't just a stupid little weird tutorial part of the game. Like,
No,
he
this is like a
matters.
real thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
dude. 100%.
Yeah, and so just to be able to weave that emotion to actual just gameplay is incredible.
Yeah.
And every character's theme is so good. I think about Kyrie's theme too.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And
Terra's always been really close to my heart. I'm a big Terra guy. Terra is just one of those characters that, like, I'm a big BBS defender. Overall, I'm a big BBS guy. And like, I love Terra's theme. I love Rage Awakened, which is kind of a harkening back to Terra as well. Like, I just think everything around him is so interesting, and like thematically like fascinating to me, and so his theme sounding's very like resolute and very like, I just every time I hear it now, I think like I will set this right, and I'm just like, oh, like yeah, you will, Tara,
Yeah.
like yeah, you will, like it
Yeah.
fires you up, man. Like it's fantastic.
Yep.
And to your point, like it's character themes and it's world themes. It's all of it. I play a game with my friends sometimes because I'm the only one of my friends that's like super into the series until I went to reconnect and then I found my people. But before that, like I was the only one of my friends. Like they'll tolerate it, they'll do blindfolded speedruns, whatever, but like they're not fans of the series. And so sometimes while we're just hanging out at the house or doing nothing, I'll play a world theme and I'll say, "What Disney movie do you think this is?" And you'll be shocked at how often people get it right. You know what I mean? Like obviously Winnie the Pooh or whatever, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But like play Makaoko. I'm sure I'm butchering that name from Deep Space. I'm really sorry. But like you'll hear that tune and people will say, "Oh, this sounds like almost like influenced by like Hawaii. Like is this like a Lilo and Stitch thing?" And be like, "Yeah, 100%. Like that's exactly what this is." And you'll say, "Okay, that's kind of cool. Like I didn't think you'd get that." Play Welcome to Wonderland. Well, this sounds goofy. I don't know. Like this sounds kind of silly and like just like Pinocchio or Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, it is Alice in Wonderland. You got it right. Like, it's weird how often people who just have this passing knowledge of the movies are able to connect to the games just because Yoko Shimomura is able to capture the essence of the movie in her music while still creating this completely new and original sound for the series itself. And I think that's almost the biggest praise I can give her is like, you have to combine these two properties. You can't just create your own music. You have to also make music that can be realistically harkened back to this property that came out, in the case of Moana, maybe 10 years ago. In the case of Alice in Wonderland, Snow White, 60, 70 years ago, 80 years ago. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's nuts to me.
Yeah.
That's just, she's the best.
She's
the best.
I will say on a side note, I think, I don't know if this was intended, but the Wonderland theme invokes feelings of rage and confusion in me. I don't think that was an intentional
Fire.
thing.
Yeah.
But terrible memories about trying to figure out, am I supposed to hit the stupid tree? When do I eat the
That's
nut?
so funny.
How many potions do I need to give this fucking flower?
Yeah.
Before
Let me
it
tell you,
progress the plot.
Doing that blindfolded with two guys that had never played the game before, we were in that room for a while, brother. We were confused. No, I'm right there with you.
A lot of people say
that's Monstro for me.
Oh, it is it? Monstro
is
is
like
very
that for me.
similar, yeah, for sure.
Dude,
I was gonna say on the
idiot.
Wonderland thing, that's like the bar.
Yeah.
When I watch these streamers, that's like the bar where it's like, if you get past this, you'll love Kingdom Hearts. If you can't get past this,
Yes.
this game is
Yeah.
not for you.
That's honestly so fair. Like that's a really good like checkpoint for like what's the vibe at this point. Are you having fun? Like are you able to get through this? Then like hell yeah, you're in for the ride.
Right.
But if that's the barrier, if that's the roadblock, like yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Monster is very, very similar too.
Oh man, like I know now that you have to follow the search ghost. I get it.
Yes.
I understand that. But when I was
We
like
have the
a
benefit
youngin'
of
man,
this, yeah.
dude, hindsight is 2020, man. I was bugging. I was like, where do I go? I hate these monsters. I hate these confusing hallways. Why are there the same baddies over and over again? Wasn't already here. Oh yeah, that was not it. That was my big roadblock. I got past it, but that was my roadblock.
Yeah, you go through a portal. You start in like room 4. I don't know the numbers. You start in room 4. You go through a portal.
Totally.
You're in room 7. You go through another portal. That is, there's no reason to lead you back to room 4, but somehow lead you back to room 4.
Yep.
Insane.
It was insane.
They were still trying to narrow down game design.
Exactly. We got there.
And I do not want to take away from KH1's world design, game design, because it is, arguably, I think it did it the best in giving you like we can go on that tangent. That's for another episode.
No, for sure, sure.
That's KH1's worlds are much more fleshed out, in my opinion. I don't think that's a big hill to die on.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, we talked about like world music, and that's a good point about being able to pin down which world it is, even if you don't play the games. And then I just wanted to mention on the character music too. So we talked about Kaori Terra, yes, obviously. Master of Masters, are you kidding me? What a perfect,
Oh
like,
yeah,
just discordant chaos. Like, who is this guy? I don't know. What is he good? Is he evil? Is perfectly
Yep.
summed up in his theme too.
Yep.
And then
That's a great pull.
right? And then there was another character I can't remember. Oh well. But yeah, just I mean, every character's theme is so perfect. And then, you know, should we talk about? I mean, we have to talk about Utada Hikaru's contributions.
Yep.
I mean, here, real quick, rank them. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh God, killing me here. Okay, boy. So
you're gonna piss. You're gonna piss someone
take,
off.
That's 100%, brother. You're throwing me to the fire here.
Yeah.
So my hot take is that "Face My Fears" is my favorite Utada song. I think that is a banger. It's my favorite intro video to the series. That's the real hot take. KH3's intro video, I think, is like the sickest thing in the world. I don't think "Face My Fears" necessarily evokes the same sort of like emotional response, because a lot of the other songs between "Don't Think Twice," "Passion," and Hikari, which we obviously have heard those a million times. "Simple and Clean" is like the theme song of the series, like we know that, right? But for me, "Face My Fears" is just like a run through a wall song. Like I hear that while I'm working out, or I'll hear that while I'm like driving. It's like, all right, well, gas pedals on the floor now. Like it is. I promise I'm a safe driver, folks. I don't trip. I promise. I got my license, everything. But like, yeah, man. Like I just love "Face My Fears." I think that the instrumentation of it and like I know EDM is like a real hit or miss for a lot of people. It's not my favorite musical genre or whatever, but I do like it a lot. And I think it's a modernized version of a Kingdom Hearts song, which goes with the modernization of the game itself. So "Face My Fears" is my all-time favorite. After that one, "Simple and Clean." I'll just listen to that song. I just listen to "Simple and Clean." I think it's a great song. The only reason it's a little lower is just, again, because I just like the listening experience of "Face My Fears" a little more. But "Simple and Clean's great. I've had people that aren't even Kingdom Hearts fans like listen to it. It's like, wow, that's like a great song, and I completely agree. "Passion" is next. "Sanctuary," right? I've got like the list, and it's all like the original Japanese name. So like "Sanctuary." I just think "Sanctuary" is fantastic. I really, and like this is gonna be lame. Like, oh, well, which song's not fantastic? Yeah, they're all great. Sorry, like they're all awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so. I think "Sanctuary" is really cool. I think "Sanctuary's" instrumentation specifically is really interesting. I love the way that Utada like arranges a lot of these tunes. And then "Don't Think Twice." This is potentially a hot take. I actually don't love "Don't Think Twice." It's the only one of these songs that I don't go out of my way to listen to. I don't know that it necessarily survived the translation into English as well as the other ones did. I think that listening to it in its original Japanese is a little bit easier for me. I'm not trying to be like a weirdo about like, oh, like dub versus sub or whatever. Like it's not that. It's more just like obviously they're written in Japanese first and then they're translated into English. And I don't know that "Don't Think Twice" works as well. Some of the vocal like range in that song just doesn't quite hit for me. That's all it is. It's not a bad song. I don't dislike it. Calm down. Don't come for me in the comments. But
I think,
I'm just saying, like,
fair,
that's just one of those ones.
To be fair, I'll defend. Don't think it's. I think it's an amazing song. I do think it's.
Sure.
There's a certain level of it being carried by the emotions that are invoked because it's of where it takes place in the game, right? It's at the ending. It's you're feeling all these things about these characters coming together. Also the sadness of Sora and what happens to him, and so I think if you took that away, but then you'd have to say, well, if you took away the emotion of the other songs, then it obviously impacts those too. But I can see what you're saying. I think it's especially in terms of because all of those the other three songs or more if you include the Japanese versions have a certain level of like like you said, it's like your workout music almost, right? It gets you going, and "Don't Think Twice" doesn't it's not trying to get you going, so it is almost in another category.
For sure.
But I mean, sorry, did you finish your ranking? So you have that as like your last of the songs?
So for me in total, It goes Face My Fears into Simple and Clean into Sanctuary into Don't Think Twice.
Okay, that's valid. I, while you were talking, I was like, Don't Think Twice has got to be higher, but
Yeah, fair.
I do think I enjoy the song more than you do probably, but I would still have it where you do, just based on the level of the other songs and how great they are.
Yeah.
I will say something. I guess I should rank them before I go into that.
Do it. Yeah, rip it.
Do I just put Simple and Clean at one? Just join the masses.
It is iconic.
Just be a lemming.
It's so iconic. It's
so good. It's so fucking good.
It is so good.
I think I got to do that. I think I'll put Face My Fears at 2, Sanctuary 3, and Don't Think Twice 4. Do you think the Japanese versions are on like the same level as each of those songs, or would you like move one version?
Yeah. That's a really good question.
Because there's a marked difference between, especially Simple and Clean, and is it Hikari? Is that the Japanese version of that song?
Yep.
Yeah. There's like genuinely a difference in how they're sung and performed.
That's a really great question. I would say I definitely enjoy Simple and Clean more than I enjoy Hikari. Again, maybe that's just because I listened to Simple and Clean for so long as a kid. And part of Simple and Clean too is like, you heard that on the commercial. And I really do think that has something to do with its staying power. That original commercial for Kingdom Hearts, when I was like, really and truly, like a lot of like my personality was built off stuff, and I was like that I was into, and I was like 12 years old. So this is not like that crazy, but I saw that commercial when I was like 11, 10 years old, and I was like, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And a big part of that was because I heard this song, this like pop R&B, whatever you want to call it, song, and I was like, that sounds really cool. And as a young kid who like was just kind of getting into my own musical identity, like that's something I attached myself to. So I think that's like a big reason why we love that song so much. But I will say, yeah, I would say Hikari probably is a little lower than Simple and Clean for me. I do think that like some of the remixes really, really help. And Utada just released another version of that song recently. There was another I guess remix, remaster, whatever you want to call it, of it, which was pretty hip, and I thought it was very cool. But I do like Simple and Clean more. I do like Sanctuary more than Passion, and then I think I enjoy Chikai more than Don't Think Twice.
Okay.
And then Face My Fears. Face My Fears in English, Face My Fears, is my favorite Kingdom Hearts song, so that one's gonna be tippy top for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do think it's it is a like a microcosm of Kingdom Hearts. Face My Fears. Face My Fears is a microcosm of Kingdom Hearts, because you said, okay, Utada Hikari, take your music and let's have you collab with anybody. What makes sense? What makes the least amount of sense?
That's honestly
Skrillex.
so true.
Right?
That is so
what
true.
Makes the least amount of sense? Disney and Final Fantasy. Like, it's such a weird combination, but it works against all odds. It works so well, and it's so beautiful, and it's so awesome, and and it is absolutely on my workout pump up list. I will say, with Simple and Clean, I was always kind of confused at what's the line? I can't think of the lyrics now. Hang on. I know the song if I start singing, but like to jump in the middle. Oh, don't.
Oh, you're good.
But does that mean I have to meet your father? Is that like weird to you?
Yeah.
Does that stick out as being?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's a little weird because at the end of the day, what's so funny about it is, I think we all know this, but like, as much of a like, it's funny that these songs are so tied into the series and such an integral part of the series, like, identity, because they're not about the series at all. Like, they're literally just songs. Like, they just happen to slap. And so, Simple and Clean is like a song about a relationship. And it's about like, oh, like, is this the right, relationship? Like, does this mean that I have to take these steps or whatever? And like, there's nothing to do with the games. There's nothing to do with like Sora or Disney or travel or anything like that. And so you're right. Like when you listen to it in the moment, you're playing the game, you're like, yeah, like this is sick. And then like driving along in the car later on, and it's like, does that so mean I have to meet your father? And it's like, huh?
I
Like,
just
yeah,
think it's funny.
I guess that is just like,
I think the visual of like Sora being worried that he has to meet Kyrie's dad or whatever.
yeah, totally,
Or
totally.
Riku's dad for you Rico people.
Does
That's another episode. But
your
just
grandmother?
that, yeah, but just that visual of Sora being like, "Oh God, I hope I can impress her father."
Hat in hand, like, "Hey, sir, like, I'm gonna be really respectful."
Yeah,
Totally,
yeah.
totally.
Sora would have no problem impressing anybody's dad. By the way,
Yeah, big old smile on his face. How
The
could you not let
goodest
him?
boy. The goodest.
That's the real question for guests: is would you let Sora date your daughter? That's the really deep cut right there.
Would you? By the way, would you?
You know, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. What else did we cover everything? Do we?
Just about, man. I just think the last thing I'll say on the music aspect of it is like, I really do invite people to like go, and I'm sure anyone that's listening to this podcast has probably done this, just because I imagine most people listeners are already pretty good, solid fans of the series and have listened to the music, at nauseum. But if you have not yet, I really do like think y'all should try to listen to the evolution of the music. And I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of it for me, is how Shimomura's style has continued to evolve. And again, I kind of said this at the top, and I'll reiterate that like people were really down on Kingdom Hearts 3's music overall because it wasn't all Shimomura. It was a lot of Tsuyoshi Sekito and then Takaharu Ishimoto as well. And some songs like hit or miss there. And I don't disagree. I do think that there are times where the music in Kingdom Hearts 3 like gets a little bit, dare I say, lazy, only because like there's a lot of like hold down the E key on the piano and let the piano choir, like the electronic choir, sing, and like that's like obviously not as like fun or whatever. But I also think that there is some really, really great stuff to be found in Kingdom Hearts 3. Scala ad Kylum alone, like I'm like that's it. Like Scala ad Kylum slaps. Scala ad Kylum is like one of my favorite pieces of music I've heard in a long time. And so I just invite y'all to like, I have a whole playlist on my Spotify. It's all of the Kingdom Hearts music. It's available to you on any streaming service or any platform you could possibly want it to be on. It's there. Go like pick a song for each game. Like that's a fun little game I play for myself. Well, I'll go Kingdom Hearts 1, I'll go Days, I'll go 2, I'll go BBS, I'll go Dream Drop, and then I'll go into 3. And just play a random song from each of those games in a row and just listen to how the musical style evolves and changes based on the game. Sometimes you'll hear like cool little motifs you haven't noticed before, or sometimes you'll hear like different instrumentations and how Shimomura has changed the way that she's written songs and the way she has devised her instrumentation to accommodate that. I just think it's the coolest thing. Like I said, they're like the music and the way that she composes could be studied for hours, and people have. Shouts out again, Green Requiem. Like people have studied it for hours, and I think you can keep studying it for twice that long, because there's just so much that goes into it, and there's so much research on her end, and there's so much creative heart. Haha, Kingdom Hearts. Like it's so much creative heart in all of these games and all these pieces that she's written for these games. It's the sickest thing in the world to me. I'm very passionate about music overall. I love music from all different venues and genres and shapes and sizes or whatever, and Kingdom Hearts music is right up there for me.
Absolutely. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Dearly Beloved, and we have to talk about
Oh yeah,
that.
dude. 100%.
So my brother, my younger brother, he's 3 years younger than me, he actually walked down the aisle to Dearly Beloved.
No way.
And I love him to death, and it's a wonderful choice, but that means I can't pick that now.
Yeah, he took your shine. That's tough.
I gotta find
man.
something else.
That's tough. That's crazy. Wow, is he a fan of the series?
Moderately. I think it was more of her choice thing. I don't know. I never asked them because they're not huge
Sure.
fans of the series. But that just speaks to how transcendent the music is. Because
Facts.
I think
Facts.
they've each played maybe 3 games between the two of them. But they
That's so
chose
wild.
that as their walk down the aisle music, and it's just beautiful.
It is amazing. Dearly Beloved is gorgeous. I mean, there's a reason that it's appeared in every single game, right? Like it is such a transcendent piece of music, and it is so expressive. Even in its composition, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple song. I could play it on my phone's keyboard on here if you wanted me to. Like,
it's one of the first songs I ever learned on the piano.
Shouts out, there you go. Like it's a very simple song. It's like 8 total keys, maybe even less, but like it hits, man. Right. Doesn't have to be complicated to be good.
Right. Yep. And then I will say, by the way, I'm not rejecting or demeaning or anything about the Soriku fandom or any of that shit. I think it's there's actually something to that that's very interesting and interesting to talk about. And something that supports that like idea that like maybe there's like romantic interest or whatever is in Dream Drop, right? When they're doing they're in Fantasia World, and they're doing what do they call it? A sound idea, right? Their sound idea they're trying to find it, and Sora has one half of it, and then Riku's got the other, and then it comes together to make a beautiful composition thing. And I think they both do this. I don't know, or maybe Sora just does this one. The composing thing, and it's really beautiful, and it speaks to their relationship a lot. And again, just that motif, the Dearly Beloved motif, is used a lot in the music throughout the series, and it never gets old.
Yeah. Brother, we could listen to that forever. Yeah. Which, by the way, give me another Fantasia World. Give me another Fantasia World. It's one of my favorite concepts in KH3D.
Yes.
Another one would slap.
It's bomb. Which, by the way, I'm a Dream Drop defender. I love Dream Drop Distance.
Hell yeah.
I love Meow Wolves. The Fantasia World is so cool. The fact that the like there's no audio except for the music, and the sound effects are all replaced by like percussive elements. Is so fun.
It's great.
You don't hear Sora or Riku, doing their grunts and their battle cries and stuff, which is nothing against them, but it adds to the power of that world.
Yeah.
And then just throwing in like doing the classical music in there is so fun. What a fun world.
And the world is influenced by like the music itself, like the fall area that Riku gets into, the Iceland that Sora gets into. Like, dude, that world slaps. People don't get it. People don't understand that Symphony of Sorcery is like one of the best worlds that Kingdom Hearts has. Yeah, that's a banger.
Right.
That's a great pick.
But we're coming up on almost 50 minutes here of recording time, so might be a good place to close things up. So we'll take this opportunity to thank Mac, and I'll let him sort of plug himself into his channels here. Take it away.
Yeah, brother, absolutely. Thank you, buddy. For those that don't know, this Unversed network that we're trying to get up and running, this is all people that we met at Reconnect. It's been really, really cool getting to work with all kinds of folks, from streamers to writers to artists to YouTubers, and people that are already on their path and creating new things, and people that are starting on the path to creating things. And I think it's been great. Shouts out brother BJ, who's taken a massive leadership role, frankly, like in leading a lot of this stuff, man. So it's very, very cool. I appreciate everything you're doing, brother. But my stuff, it's all Mac Likes stuff. Mac Likes stuff on all socials. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Twitter. I'm not calling it the other thing. Twitter, Instagram. The big one is the YouTube. So I love making video essays. I have a real small dumb guy brain, so my whole thing is like, if I get excited about something and I find passion in something, I really want to share that with people and just talk about why I think it might be fun for other people too. So that's kind of the whole conceit of the essays that I write. I've written about things like movies. I've written about things like music. I do a lot of sports videos, baseball, things like that. And then, like I said, Kingdom Hearts. So I've done a couple videos on baseball and Kingdom Hearts. I've made like different essays on like Axel for being one of my favorite characters, and I'm always working on new stuff. So whenever this goes out, I'm sure there'll be some other videos that I'm doing, and maybe I'll be featuring these guys. I've got some stuff in the pipeline that features BJ and some of the other homies in the Unversed Network. So I'm really stoked to get all that stuff up and running, man. It's a very very exciting time. I'm real fired up about it.
Hell yeah. Hell
What
yeah.
do you got, brother?
I don't have a ton. You follow me on the Twitter at BJ Bernsey. I have recently converted my Twitter account to be exclusively Kingdom Hearts content.
Yeah.
You go back and it's like it's sports and like stupid memes, and then there's a day. It's literally the day that we returned from Reconnect, and I put out a tweet that's like, this account is now Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
and then
dude.
it's been all Kingdom Hearts since then. I started following everybody I met at Reconnect, just retweeting, liking all their stuff. So
yeah, dude.
So yeah, follow me there at BJ Bernsey. It's BJBURNSY. And then I am on YouTube as well under the same name. I'm trying to dip my toes into video editing. I really have no experience, so I did upload a video. It's really stupid, but
I like it.
If Kingdom Hearts characters were road signs, check it out. Give me a click as I try to get better at video editing. But yeah, that's what I got going on. And then just the Unversed Network. Like Max said, it's so exciting, and I'm really excited for you guys to see everything that we're doing, and it's beautiful. This gang that this little posse we have going now. We all met at Reconnect, and
Yep.
Such incredible people. And like Max said, from a diverse range of skill sets and backgrounds, and putting all of it together is going to be truly a wonderful thing. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. Thanks, Mac, for joining me. Until next time, this has been welcome to Traverse Town. May your heart be your guiding key.
Woo!